perspective. Their opponents, two very strong, powerful individuals, and also you can go in quick. Paul Roma and the mighty Hercules, and this has the makings, Lord Albert Hayes, of a great tag team match.
Yes, it does indeed. Although all these pairings here are absolutely new to each other, I would imagine that Hercules and Paul Roma will form together.
When people look up to me, I know that I've done something right. I try to keep my life simple. I try to be very polite to other people. Different story in my school. You know, I'm hard on people. I want more out of them than they want from themselves. I get more out of them than they ever believed that they were capable of giving. I was brought up with a very strict Italian father and family. If my father didn't hit me if I was doing something wrong, because he didn't see it because he wasn't there, and one of my uncles saw it, I get cracked by one of my uncles. So there was no getting away if anybody was around. So my upbringing really set the course for winning. I had that discipline. I had that respect for everything that I did, whether it was kickboxing, whether it was bodybuilding, whether it was football, baseball, basketball. You had that. I was brought up with, you need to be the best. And when I went out, I had to be the best at what I did.
He's someone that preaches that in so many different ways, and he really hammers it in that you have to know your worth, not in the sense of being egotistical and thinking that you're too good for who you are, but just knowing that your worth does matter and knowing that you can respect yourself enough and not let other people walk over you.
Wrestling has changed my life for the better and for the worse. What I went through in wrestling, and to keep my job, my position, was like having PTSD. There was such a strain to stay where I was. But for the better, I've gotten to reach out and touch so many lives in a positive way, that to go through what I went through, but be able to touch the people that I was able to touch and inspire, I got to say that it was worth it.
Standing by is Hercules. Gentlemen.
What? We're not deaf. We can hear you.
Are you jealous of the Rockers? That's the question.
Jealous of the Rockers? Us? They should be jealous of us. Look at this man. Look at me. Let me tell you, I'm sick and tired of hearing the people cheer those Rockers when it's us they should be cheering. We're the superior athletes here, and we're going to get it together. We're going to become a team. Yeah!
My favorite part about being a wrestler is the people that I was able to touch their lives in a positive way, and reach out to a lot of kids. As far as I did a lot of charity work, so that was so beneficial and so heartfelt and fulfilling to me. One match that, as soon as you said it, it stands out. Hercules and I we had to be on time when we got to a show, otherwise you get fined. An agreement that Hercules and I had was that we would reach out to kids that were less fortunate. And as we were leaving the parking lot, speeding through the parking lot to get to the arena, so he spins the car around, and I'm yelling at him, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "We're late. We got to get there. What are you doing?" I'm thinking he's going back to our hotel room because he forgot something. But he spins back around and he stops in front of this little boy who's sitting in a wheelchair, and his mom's standing behind him. And he says, "We can't leave without seeing this kid." And I was like, wow, I never even saw him. He did, I didn't. So we got out of the car and we took pictures with this kid, and he was over the moon. And then I had asked the kid, I said, "Hey, we're going to see you at the show tonight, right?" And his mom is standing behind him going like this. And I'm like, "We're going to see you at the show, right? You're coming to the show, aren't you?" And she's going, "Oh, no, we don't have tickets, And I said, "Not a problem. how many tickets you need. So she says, oh, we only need the 2. You know, I said, no problem. So we jumped back in the car because we had to get there. So we got to the arena. I went to Will call, and then I went to the people that worked there and said, listen, this kid's coming in. We need a spot right here at ringside for him, next to these chairs, just for him. And I had said to the kid that night before we left, I said, listen, every time I jump off the top rope, that's for you. And his mother reciprocated by writing a letter, sending it to our WWF office at the time. They handed it down to us, and it was, I should have kept it. It was such a heartfelt, beautiful letter that Ray and I read, and it just never left me. The one thing I want every student to know is, A, their value, what their value is. And from that point on, after that, then it's all about respect for everybody that is in here, respect for yourself, and then take that out in the real world, because when, as I tell them, when that door closes, you're mine. This is my world, abide by my rules. When I let you go, when you go out in that world, hopefully you'll take these rules and what you've learned here and apply it out there, and God bless it'll work for you. If my students could take away one thing from wrestling, it's being a better person. That's critical to me. You know, they have to realize that it's not about them. At a certain point in life, you have to realize that life isn't about you. The hardest lesson to teach in wrestling, I think, is you have to win. That's how I was brought up. You have to win. You can't lose. Losing is not an option. You don't accept losing.
Wow. And we have our first match.
You have to be better than the guy standing next to you. And when he sees that you're doing better than him, he has to come over the top and try and be better than you. And that is what works in my world. That's how I was brought up, and that's what I instill in all my students. At least I try.
Paul's impacted me in a lot of different ways, both professionally and personally. Professionally, I'd say he's taught me how to wrestle. He's formed me as not just the wrestler, but as the person. That goes to personality. He's someone that has taught me how to carry myself, not just in wrestling, but in life.
The meaning of life to me, and a lot of it revolves around everything that I do. So making people happy, being able to go out and help somebody, that is what life is to me. So if I train one of my students, or 2 or 10 or 20, and they're out there and they're happy, they're doing a great job, to see somebody else excel and be happy, that's life. Can we swear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else? I'm happy with that. I think that's good. Cool. Thank you so much.
Easy peasy.